Well, some of you guys asked to see our special guest Gemma again, and it looks like she already knows to join us. So hopefully, Gemma, she can move so we can get started. All right. So today we are going to be learning how to make bubble letters. So a lot of you probably already know how to do that. That's awesome. You can skip this part and get started. If you are just learning or you need a little bit of a refresh, this video will be a good help. So first, what we want to do is we want to think about the word we're writing or our name. And we want to think about those letters. Do we want them to be uppercase? So that's all capital letters or big letters, or lowercase. So that's the smaller letters, right? So I'm thinking I want all capital letters, and usually that looks kind of fun with bubble letters, and it's a little bit easier too, just because the shapes of capital letters are typically more simple. So I am going to write my favorite subject, which is art, and I'm going to write those letters a bit more spread out than I typically would if I was just writing the word. So A-R-T. So I wrote this nice and light because I am going to be erasing anything I do in pencil. So this next step, if you want, you could do it in pencil first, or you could just go right in with the other material you are using, whether that's a Sharpie or a pen. Excuse me, Gemma. But I'm going to first practice in pencil, and then I'm going to go over those pencil lines with my pen, but not all of the lines, so keep watching. So I'm going around those letters. So if I draw close to the letter, I'm going to have like thinner bubble letters, and if I draw kind of further away from that line, they're going to be wider. So that's kind of up to you. So remember letters like A and R, this inside part, and draw a circle or shape on the inside of that line yet again. So I'm just going to start right here so you kind of see what I mean. And then I'm tracing around. Now I know you can barely see, but that's because I want you guys to see that you really do need to do this lightly, because when we erase, we don't want those lines to still show. And if you press really hard with pencil, no matter how hard you erase, sometimes those lines just kind of stay there forever. So I drew my letters and then I traced around. Now I am going to take a different color or a darker color, so maybe a marker or a pen if you have it, and I am going to trace only that outline that I just drew. Now it's okay if I don't go exactly on those pencil lines, because I'm going to be erasing anything that's pencil. And then see, I have to do this part and this part. And now I'm going to get my eraser. If I use marker, sometimes you might want to blow some air on it, wait a couple minutes because it can smear. Sharpie usually dries right away. And then pen, you have to wait a little bit. And some pens actually, when you erase, it kind of smears. So maybe do a little test piece before you do it on an artwork that's important to you. Okay, so notice I didn't trace on top of those letters that I drew first, okay? Those are always going to go away. Then I can just kind of erase right on top of everything, and I have these perfect bubble letters. So it's a pretty fun trick. After you practice bubble letters for a while, you don't even have to draw those letters on the inside. You kind of see them in your head, and then your hand and your brain kind of works together to just draw the outlines automatically. So spend today practicing your bubble letters, or if you have another fancy lettering style or fun lettering style that you made up on your own, practice that. Experiment with different styles. You can look to fonts for inspiration. But just definitely practice and think of a unique way that you could show your name through letters. I'm excited to see your work. Thanks for watching.